we back in this bitch. You feel me? MIC, episode 53. Community, content. You get it all here, man. And again, man, the futon got another special guest in the building. You feel me? He was actually here a couple episodes ago. You were here with Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was chopping it up, bro, and it was good energy all around, man. I got my boy Mike Neal in the building, bro. We're shaking.
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling, bro. Thank you for, popping through, man. Just, ready to chop it up and shit, man. How you feeling though? How's your weekend going so far and shit?
It's going good, bro. I just woke up, sun was out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Vibes was good.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel it, man. You definitely wear many hats.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Just as far as the music industry goes, entertainment, marketing, and all of that. And I definitely just want to kind of, for people who may not be familiar with you or may not know what exactly you went to, just kind of break it down and just find about the man behind the IG account and shit. You feel me? But yeah, bro. So just kind of hopping right in, right? Because I said you wore many hats, content creation, being an A&R, digital marketing, all that stuff.
Yep.
What aspect of your career came first?
So originally I started out as an artist when I was in high school.
Shit, okay.
And then there was management shortly after that.
Okay.
And then it just all kind of came together. I just kind of had different interests that I wanted to try out.
Okay.
Within the music industry.
Yeah.
And I really just went for it. You know what I mean?
I feel you. So when did you when was that point in life when you were being an artist?
Well, I started when I was in high school.
Okay.
And then I'd say I was around 19 20 when
okay.
I stopped making music.
When you stopped or when you started?
When I stopped.
Okay, so you were making music up until that point.
Yeah, I started making music when I was probably about 14, 15.
Damn, okay, word. And you just was just all right, was it not quite getting the traction that you thought it would, or
no, it wasn't. It really wasn't that. It was more because I did have I had a management deal with a label out in it was in Arizona. They had distribution through Universal. So I mean I did have some pretty good opportunities, but I just kind of realized that I was more I'm not really the center of attention type of person.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
So
but even to that point, there are people who are artists and make dope shit, but then when it comes to just that performance aspect, it just may not be them, you said. Did you not want to keep making music, or did you feel that part was necessary for you to even feel the fruits of your labor in that?
No, it was just I was feeling like that at the moment. You know what I mean? It was just more the kind of person that I became wasn't really the center.
I feel that.
I didn't like being the center of attention.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also at the same time, one of my good friends started making music, and he was really dope. First starting out. So I just kind of saw his talent, got him in the studio, and then just kind of helped him develop as an artist a lot. And he just kind of went straight for it, and that's Stoney.
Okay, word.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire.
Definitely. I've known him for, I'd say 15 years now.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's crazy. And did y'all meet in high school?
No, so he's 3 years younger than me. When I met him, I was probably 16. He was friends with my younger cousins.
Okay.
So we became friends on MySpace after that, and then he made a post on MySpace. He had songs that he made in voice memos on his phone. This was back in I'd say 2010, 2011, and so I hit him up and I was send them to me, let me hear him, and they were crazy. He was rapping, he was singing. It was I was kind of blown away, and I was like come to the studio this weekend. He came and we did a few songs, and he just kind of kept going. Every time I went to the studio, he went to the studio, got a few songs done. He was maybe 15 at the time.
Damn. And you just heard these voice memos and you're like, nah,
yep.
nah.
Yeah, I was
Come with
you
me.
need to get in the studio.
Yeah,
ASAP.
that's crazy. What was the voice memos on this phone? I mean, like, was it just like him just freestyling into the shit, or like was like actual joints that like he made?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was all just stuff that he wrote.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, he was rapping, he was singing, so they
Mm.
were more like full songs.
Damn.
And I was like, you're telling me you've never been to a studio before? And he said nope. And I was like,
15
come
years.
to the
Damn.
studio.
At 15, you're like,
Yeah,
oh, well, so like, no, you said he was 3 years younger, so
yeah.
like you were probably like
I was
18.
18. Yeah, I was
Okay, yeah,
18.
yeah,
So
all
it
right.
was 2010.
Damn,
2010.
and then like you're like, nah, nigga, come, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I was
nah,
like, yeah, come to the studio.
that's so. When you made that transition from like being an artist, to managing, right?
Hmm.
What did you want to bring to managing that maybe you couldn't really get off, in the lane of being an artist? Like, what did you want to bring to that game?
Um, I mean, honestly, at first, I was just kind of, I had no idea what to do at first.
Mm.
So I kind of just started off with reaching out to blogs, reaching out to like promoters, and he ended up getting a lot of features online and blogs
Just
and
just like cold, right? Just like reaching out cold.
yeah, yeah,
Here's
just
who I
sending
am.
just
Here's
sending them new music.
Okay.
Every time he released something, he used to drop a new song every week. So I used to send them to blogs, and then eventually, like some that would like ignore me at first would start picking it up, and he had a lot of blog coverage at first, and that's kind of how we built his following at first
bro. Cause
in like
and
the 2020, I'd say like 2012, 2013 era.
okay, so like that's close to 10 years ago, bro.
Hmm.
And like now, people, there's a whole lot of different avenues, man. You got TikTok, you got
Yep.
IG, I mean, 2012 SoundCloud was kind of like that was still like very early in
Yeah.
its vibe. People like weren't rushing to SoundCloud to like find
Yeah.
new
Definitely.
shit. How did you cut through in that era? Like that's like a very difficult kind of limbo era for like coming up as an artist. Like
You mean in like 2012, 2013?
2012, 20 like when
Yeah.
like
I
you were
mean,
sending like these blogs the music like
yeah. I mean, honestly, blogs that was the blog era. So it was like
facts. Yeah, that's a fact.
that was how a lot of people found new music at that point. And
Like Dat Piff and all that shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
And then like eventually he's like we started we got somebody who would do PR for him, and they would reach out to like Hot New Hip Hop and like
Damn, how'd
bigger.
you link up with like? Did you pay for him or like
Yeah,
what?
yeah, we
Okay,
would just
word.
pay per campaign, and
Damn.
it actually got a lot of traction for him, because there was, I think it was like 2014, we did the blog campaign, and then we also did I think it was SoundCloud.
Mm.
And the between that, so back in 2014, Twitter and Billboard had like a collaboration chart to see like what songs were popping up on Twitter.
Mhm.
And so they had, it was called the what was it, the emerging artist charts on
Okay.
Billboard.
Okay.
And Stoney actually had a song. This was whenever he went by his real name, Norman Dean,
Mhm.
before.
Yeah.
And he had a song called Demons, and we did a SoundCloud campaign that was real big, and then we did the blog campaign. And between all of that and all the shares, it got him on I think he charted at number 37 on the emerging artist charts on Billboard.
Out of like 100 or like what was the?
I'm not sure. I think it was 100.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's hey man. Listen, I guess like like the PR campaign did some
Yeah.
shit like.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I mean, bro, like especially for like an emerging, like I mean, like that's really not bad. Like I mean, that's like obviously like you want higher placements, but like for like an upcoming like emerging like dude who's like just coming off sending these blogs, like your product, your material, and like them not really getting back to you, and then finally after this effort, like you're kind of seeing that placement. Um, that's pretty wild. So like, what were you doing to make money to like pay for like like PR? Like, was it like were those times kind of like did you have
I
to
mean,
figure it out during those times or
yeah, I
like
mean,
yeah?
honestly, at that point, bro, I was working at a bakery,
Mm-hmm.
just in a storefront, and my paychecks every 2 weeks were probably no more than like 500, 600 something. So
Oh
it was just
man,
like we were just doing whatever.
dude,
Like we were putting all our funds towards that.
bro, and I just like love kind of like hearing those like stories of like what people were doing to make money. I mean, bro, because like I mean, shit between two of
Hmm.
us, me and the whole here, we worked bad odd
Yeah.
jobs. Nigga, like bro, like I
Uh-huh.
remember, bro, I was in this one spot. It was like a CBD joint, and I was baking brownies, bro. Like, bro, a whole Keebler elf. I'm like, damn,
That's
son, like,
crazy.
this shit is crazy, like, bro.
Yeah.
But like, I got bills and shit. Like, it was a job. I'm like,
Uh,
shit, like. Fuck it, like like they would give me like free little brownies on the side too. You feel me? So I wasn't tripping. Like I was like, fuck it, man. But like I've definitely worked my fair share of like odd jobs and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like was the homie Stoney, like was he like just kind of like rocking with you like the entire time? Like was he doing like his own thing to like make money, or like was he just like full in like fuck it, I'm gonna
yeah,
rock
I mean
with you?
he was doing his own things to make money and stuff
Yeah.
because that's what I'm saying. Like we were both putting all
Okay,
of our money towards that,
got you. Okay.
and it was yeah, I mean like I'd say like 2015 we started traveling for music stuff, going to like South by Southwest, and
Damn.
that was also like similar because I'm pretty sure at that point I was still at the bakery too.
Damn.
So it was like I was paying using a whole paycheck to pay for my flight to and from South by Southwest, going
That's
down
how
there
it
with
go, man.
going
Yeah.
down there with $200 to last me 4 days.
That's
like,
how it go though. Gotta make 50 stretch per day.
Uh-huh.
Yo, I mean, you don't even know the cost of living out there. That 50 might get you a drink or some shit.
Uh-huh.
You don't even fucking know, bro. Nah, that's funny as shit. So I know you said you started actually wait, no, because I do want to ask like when you got that 37th placement on the like Emergent, what was the like, was it like traction immediately from then? Like did you like see things start picking up from then, or like we're just like it's like all right?
Things kind of started picking up like before that really.
Oh
but
shit, all right.
but it was, yeah, I mean I would say like things definitely picked up a lot more at that point because then he was still getting a lot of show offers, paid features, you know what I mean? It was and then also we started traveling to like South by Southwest, A3C festival in Atlanta after that. So yeah, I would say as far as performances and getting new fans outside of Pittsburgh, yeah, that's really when it started.
Yeah, man. And like, did you again, man? Just like, was it a bit difficult to kind of get that local buzz? Like, did you feel like more of that energy and like more of just like that push came from outside areas?
Um, what do you mean?
I just mean as far as like when you were sending like blogs to music and like like did you find that like damn trying to get like the local people to like fuck with like what we got going on was a bit harder than like let's just say like when you hired
Yeah.
the PR team and like you finally got
Yeah,
the placement.
once we started getting even the smaller blogs, because he would get he would drop a song and I would automatically send it out to like over 100 small blogs, and even if like 10 of them would place it, that's still a lot. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
facts, right.
So we would share them, and then I feel like that was what really kind of helped him gain traction within Pittsburgh because people were seeing, oh, he's getting featured in all these different blogs, all these different publications. Let me tap in.
I feel that like so when because like you had a perspective in like being an artist before you, and you said like you started making music at 14, which is crazy. Like that's dumb young. Like if I think about back to what I was doing at 14, bro, like I couldn't have handled my own music career, let alone make fucking music or whatever. But I mean, like it just sounds like you want to do something in music like your entire life. Like is that the case, or like was that something like you
I
just
always
kinda
wanted to do creative stuff.
facts? I feel that.
When I was real young, I used to do like art. I would like draw, paint, stuff like that. I was really good at drawing. And then eventually I started getting into like poetry. I actually had 2 poems published in a book when I was like 12. And
Damn.
yeah, my mom kind of found that opportunity for me. That was dope.
That's fine. Wait. How the fuck did you get like? Do you like send them in somewhere? Like,
Yeah, my mom sent them into some I forget what it was.
Yeah.
I really forget what it was, but they picked up 2 of the poems that I wrote.
that's
And
fire.
they published them in 2 different books.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, bro, I low key won like a little like poetry contest in high school,
Really?
but niggas never been published enough like that. Just like a little like class creative writing activity. That's dope as fuck though, bro. Like, damn, niggas a published poem writer and shit.
Yeah,
Bro.
basically.
That's crazy. No, but
But,
like so. Just with starting your career so young, man, like, moving on to like, manage a homie, like, did you were you kind of like giving him tidbits on how to maneuver in the industry, or like did you like ever get to a level where like you're like, all right, this may not be for me right now. You feel me? Not like I don't have interest in it, but just like this aspect of the scene may not be it
Yeah.
for me. But I'm gonna take this knowledge and like impart it. Like, did you ever get to like those levels where you can impart the knowledge, or was the homie just kind of already like in tune with like how to like move and like maneuver and like carry himself while all this was happening?
Um, I mean, he's always been real good with carrying himself. Even like really just keeping up his image. He did a whole rebrand. Like with his rebranding, I didn't really help him too much. Like
Mm.
he really, I'd say like 2017, 2018 when he rebranded as Stony.
Mm.
Um, he started like his music had like a little bit of a different sound. It was a little more vibey, like wavy, a lot more melodic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that really, like, I didn't really help him with anything besides marketing. He developed his brand, he developed his image, everything himself. So
Damn.
he's really good. He is really good with like branding himself and just really keeping up his image. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he's really never had an issue with like maneuvering or knowing how to move. You know what I mean?
Okay, and like you're just like kind of there to like make sure everything just kind of
Mhm.
goes as
Yeah.
like the structure kind of
Yeah. Definitely.
entails it to.
Definitely. Yeah. We kind of so like he was really the reason that I started managing artists. So
Mm,
like we kind of grew together
that's
and learned
fire.
a lot together. So it was like I feel like we have a really good working relationship, and he's one of my best friends. Somebody I consider my brother. So.
Yeah, nah,
Mm.
facts. What do you think is like one like the key joints like you think you learned from kind of like early in like your managing career? Would you say?
Um. Man, it's difficult. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it was at first.
Hell yeah,
It's a lot
man.
more difficult than it looks. You know what
This
I
shit
mean?
is not for play, bro. Like
Mhm.
it's gonna be moments where like you're like, do I really want to fuck with this?
Yeah, bro. There's
Do I
been so many.
really want to like? It's just so many outside, just
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. There's been so many times where, especially whenever I wasn't really making money from anything like music related, uh, it was difficult to it was difficult to really keep it up. You know
to
what I
see
mean?
the
And
vision
stay,
at the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But
yeah.
it was just like this is really all I've done professionally. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
besides working like jobs and stuff to like keep just to make money back like a few years ago and stuff. It was like it was this is all I've done. This is all I've ever had my focus on. So it's like this is what I want to do. This is what I have to do. So
Yeah.
I just kept pushing. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, I feel that, bro. So you manage Stony right, and like things are picking up. Things are picking up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you just kind of like were you cool with that kind of being your gig for the foreseeable future, or were you like like the homies cool, like and like we got our thing going. I kind of want to expand this a little bit more, like,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like,
We've
what
we've
was the
expand we've expanded like
yeah
so. I'd say like 20. So Hefe started rapping.
shout to Big Hef,
Uh huh.
man, real shit, bro.
Yep.
Bro, I
Yep.
mean, he's to this day, bro. He's still one of our highest viewed fucking.
Uh.
He had that little Dicky story, man. That nigga's crazy,
Yeah.
cuz he's crazy, cuz
Yeah.
shout out Hef,
Mhm.
man.
Man. Yeah. He start. So him and Stony were like they grew up together. So it was like they as whenever Stony started rapping, Hefe was like he was like let me give this a shot. So he started rapping and
Oh shit, okay.
yeah, yeah. So
Nah, yeah, he did say that he was. Yeah, facts, facts, facts.
and so he was like other than Stony, he was really the first artist on Team Epic. And then after that, we had an artist in New York City, Devon King. Uh, we also had Khan. He's from Maryland. He actually went viral years ago, and he has a pretty big following now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, he was part of Team Epic, and we had a few producers scattered around too. We also had a singer, Janae Davis. Um,
Did you go out and find these people, or like?
I mean, so Devon, I actually, we followed each other on Twitter.
Mm.
I think he followed me, I followed him back, and I checked out his music, and I was super impressed. Like he's a real like wordsmith. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's still that's still the homie to this day. So shout out Devon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really dope like lyricist and everything. And so I put Stony on his music, and then they started talking, and I think Devon. I'm pretty sure Devon said to Stony one time, when I'm gonna get my spot on Team Epic, and he was like, we might have to make that happen. So
Yeah.
made that happen, and yeah, definitely. Um, and then Stony and Khan linked up through it was a blog called The Daily Dose, and they did like a cipher. It was I don't know if you're familiar with Shaq is Dope.
Nah, I
He's
don't
from
think so.
Toronto.
Nah.
Um, it was him, Stony, and Khan on the cipher, and then that was how Stony and Khan first linked up, and then they just had chemistry from day one. You know what I
Okay.
mean? They made that they did that cipher, and then they did a lot of songs after that. Stony still sends in beats and stuff.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, bro, it really sounds like it was like a dual effort on like y'all's part. Like y'all just like were both kind of doing your due
Hmm.
diligence and like kind of like putting the well, like I wouldn't even say like kind of putting out there. Like y'all were just like kind of doing your thing, but keeping observant of like other connections and like networking that like y'all could.
Yep.
So like it just sounded like both of those efforts kind of helped expand what
Hmm.
y'all had going on, which is crazy. But I definitely like want to scale it back. Just some more, man. So
Definitely.
bro, A&R, right? Two letters, bro. Like, when it comes to the music industry, niggas throw those two letters around like fucking paprika or
Uh
like
huh.
if you talk to someone who's in the industry, like, yeah, like I'm an A&R for this and the third, right? What does it actually mean and what do A&Rs do? Like, if you want to break that down for anyone who may not know, and just we can kind of get a concrete,
Okay.
just definition of like what that shit is.
Okay. So if you don't know what A&R stands for, like the actual letters, it's artist and repertoire.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
so basically, A&Rs find talent for the labels. They oversee their projects from start to finish,
Mm-hmm.
all the way till release and marketing and rollout and everything. So like if say if an artist that an A&R signs to a label, is working on like say if they're working on an album, and they need beats, A&R will go find producers.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
and they say if they want features, A&R will reach out to artists that they want featured. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So there's things like that. Also lining up marketing. Uh, Even behind that, there's so much like paperwork and stuff. So
I was about to
yeah.
say, like, yo, how do you prove, like, yo, what if an A&R walk in the door, bro, is like, yo, man, like, I need a producer. Like, all the niggas is ass. like, what do you do in that scenario? Like,
Wait, what do you mean?
nah, just like, so, like, if an A&R just, like, brings on an artist and, like, they're like,
Yeah.
yo, man, I need some beats, man, like, for this,
Uh
for
huh.
this album. And let's just say, like, he's looking through shit, is like, fuck, like, no, he can't, no, no, no. Like, what's, like, like, do you already need to have, like, a network coming in, or like have you seen, or even in like your experience, like did you
um.
build it after you were already in there?
See, I mean, I knew a lot of producers before I started doing A&R
Right.
work. Uh, but I didn't really start seeing like the value of building and like a network of producers
Until you got
until
in,
until
yeah.
I started doing that. And then yeah, I've helped a couple producers get some placements and stuff. Um Also, yeah, it's I didn't I it really didn't dawn on me, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
like how important it was to build that network. But like a lot of my good friends are producers, so now like I had a lot of my friends send me beats and stuff. I'll help them get placements, even if it's like with an artist that's like just starting out, you know what I mean?
I feel that
Like
not.
they'll
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Because I mean, if you just like kind of put one of your like producer homies on, bro, and like the artist is fucking with it, he's like, yo, bro, like
yeah.
you can kind of like
Mhm.
keep going back to him for like this type of track or like this type of sound, like.
Exactly. So yeah, and that's a lot of people don't see, like a lot of producers I know don't like send things to bigger artists
Mm-hmm.
because they feel like they won't reach out, or not reach out but reach back, or they might not use anything. But it's like a lot of times, bro, like I've seen producers with like no following on social media just send something to like Lil Durk and get a placement. You know
Damn,
what I mean?
damn, that's fire. So like, was being an A&R like your first official gig in like the music industry?
uh, my first like actual gig on paper, I guess. Like
Yeah, type shit.
what I would say. I mean, I started throwing events in like 2015.
Okay.
Started throwing like shows and stuff like
And is
that.
that in Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you grow up in Pittsburgh?
yeah,
Okay, word
yep,
copy. All right,
yep.
got you.
Born and raised.
Okay.
Uh,
What part, real quick?
the West Side.
West side. Like I
Mm.
don't even like what
So
area. Do you,
I grew up in East Carnegie, which is like
oh,
the
okay.
outskirts of the West End,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then I also I spent a lot of time in like Elliott, Sheridan, McKees Rocks and stuff.
Got you.
That's the
Copy.
the
Copy.
whole side
Yeah.
of town I
I've
grew
been
up
in
on,
McKees Rocks.
basically.
Yeah. Okay. Copy. Yeah. My fault now. So yeah.
Are you good? Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I can't even remember what we
We're
were
talking
talking
about
about.
like just like your first like official gig on
Oh
like
yeah,
paper
yeah,
type
yeah,
shit. Like
yeah. So my first official gig on paper was I was an A&R for artist development company based out of Atlanta. Um, and I was there for I want to say almost a year.
oh damn. Okay. So like you were
Mm.
living in at Atlanta at this point.
No, no, it was all of the A&R gigs that I've had so far were remote, and all of
Oh
them
shit.
have been different labels under Sony. um, but yeah, the reason that I kind of started with independent labels is because I don't have a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So and a lot of like major labels will require you to either have a degree or have 3 to 4 years of A&R experience.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you were literally getting your degree, that's what the 4 years were fucking.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was doing the fucking 4 years. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? Like that shit.
Uh-huh.
But bro, like especially in like this industry, bro, it's like we know niggas don't need no degree to boom in this shit, bro. Let's
Mhm.
just keep it a bean.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
bro, usually like the people that like
I would say
come,
it's
yeah.
easier. I would say it's easier to get your foot in the door. Say if you do go to school for this specific thing, like for like artist management, things like that. I would say it is easier to get your foot in the door if you would go to college for it. But
You think so?
I mean, I feel like I would have saved a lot of years of like struggling to build connections if I would have,
Damn.
because I see, like, I know people that went to like Berkeley College of Music. I
Mm-hmm.
I did a I did a certificate course with Berkeley.
Okay.
Um but I know a lot of people that went there and got their degrees, like started when they were 18, graduated 21, 22, you know what I mean? And they were able to get jobs like with major labels like directly right after that. I'm still kind
That
of working up to that point.
I
I didn't
feel
start
that. Yeah.
A&Ring until, what was it, 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Still
3
fresh.
years in now.
Yeah.
3 years in now. But I before that I started doing digital marketing. And I started throwing events. Started doing a lot of artist development thing, like getting in the studio with different artists that I see potential in, and kind of helping them
Mm-hmm.
develop their sound. You know what I mean?
What's some like your first events out here like?
My first official event, my
Mm.
first actual event was Hefe's album release party in
Oh,
20
dope. Okay.
2015, I think.
Okay.
It was called October 9th. That's his birthday, so he named and he dropped the project on his birthday, so he
Okay.
named it October 9th. And yeah, that was the first show that I threw, and it was crazy. It was packed.
For real?
Yeah, yeah, they broke the stage and everything.
Damn, I think he might have mentioned that
Bro, they
shit, but
broke
yeah.
they broke so many stages.
How did that come together? So like having making the project, like what was it like putting that event together, like, and it's your first joint. It sounded like
Mhm.
it ended up going off like crazy. Like
Yeah, I mean,
what went into that?
so like we had a long. It was kind of like a big lineup, but it was all like they were all like, wait, at that point Hef was probably like, he like just graduated high school like 2 years before that, so like, you know what I mean, it
Damn,
was people that he
young
went,
Hef,
yeah,
yeah.
like he went to high school with everybody, like
That's
everybody came
fire
out,
though,
like
yeah.
it was definitely packed. And from the success of that event, that was whenever I was like, let me keep doing this, you know what
I
I mean?
feel so like, was it just like at least like for that event, like was like Hef kind of brought the people and then like you kind of got the other stuff situated, like the
Yeah.
venue, the this, the that, like
Uh-huh.
it was kind of like
Yeah,
that
got the
setup.
venue got the venue situated and everything, flyer and everything, you know what I mean? Um but yeah, really, we just had it booked for like a month and a half before that, and just promoted it all the time.
I feel that.
And just so many people came out. It turned out really dope.
Nah, that's hard. So just like back to like that first gig, as far as like being an A&R for this independent in Atlanta, and like you said it was remote. You feel how you feel about that? Like, I mean, just like even in like your work now, like do you feel like you do like a lot of in person work, or like it's just
Yeah.
all like through the phone, or just like boop boop boop
See,
like
with artists, since most of the artists that I work with are in Pittsburgh, I do a lot of in person work. But
yeah
with labels, I mean, I might go down there. I might go there for a meeting or something, or I might go. I don't know. You know what I mean? I might go just to like meet them in person. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I mean, it's really all over the phone, over email. But it would be cool. It would be cool to work in person. Though,
That's
so I
what
mean,
I'm saying, bro.
yeah.
Cause bro, fuck all this texting and shit, bro.
Mhm.
Like you get the real vibes in person, bro. Like
Exactly.
that's when like the
Exactly.
real shit could really come, bro. Either positive or negative. Like you could like meet an artist, and, meet a person and just like just pick up on like the vibe and like how you
Uh
might
huh.
work with each other and like what you think you could do, and then over text like
Yeah.
that just kind of gets lost. Like
That's why with me like um a lot of artists will like they'll try. I mean, a lot of artists don't want to link just for like a marketing campaign. You know what I mean? But I like to get a vibe of the artist that I'm working with. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And especially if it's like if it's on like a management side, like I really can't manage somebody if I can't like be like friendly with you. Like if it's
facts.
yeah, like if you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's why me and Stony get along so well cuz that's my brother. You know
Fact.
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
bro, it's the
Every
same
artist
over, bro. Again, man, like
every
he,
artist that I've ever managed, I've had a friendship with. You know what I mean?
bro,
That's why it works so well.
Mike low key like my, but like Mike is like he like wears like five hats for me. You feel me? Like he
Mhm.
like looking like he's my boss, my manager, my like bro. Like he just like
Uh
acts as so many like you feel me? And like it's just like I wouldn't want to work with nobody else. Like I don't feel like having to go through like all these growing pains with like someone
uh
like I just kind of met through the industry, and it's just like, I mean, what are your thoughts on just like the industry in general? Like everyone has like is like jaded and like has a bad taste in their mouth about the industry. Like how do you feel about it?
um
Just from what I've seen, like I'm only
yeah, I
one
mean
person.
like
Just like
it's cutthroat. It's definitely pretty
facts.
cutthroat, especially when you get to cities like LA like LA and New York and I mean, I've never really had a bad experience in Atlanta, but but I mean, I guess Atlanta could be like that too cuz it's all the music industry, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
facts.
But like LA like and I just know in LA like it's
It gets kind of
yeah,
nasty
yeah,
out in
like
LA. It
you
gets nasty.
yeah, there's some sharks out there. There's some
Yeah, for
sharks in the water
sure,
out there.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
Do you go to LA often?
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Like
Yeah, I mean, I go the first time that I was out there since like December of last year was in July a couple weeks ago. I
mm,
went. And I'm trying to start going back out there again like at least once a month just to go out there and like network and like keep building with people that I've connected with out there. Um
how you see through all the bullshit out there, man? Like how do you navigate the bullshit out there? The fuck shit.
it's just like I mean, I feel like I feel like I'm a good judge of character.
Mm,
Um I feel like it's easy to see through fake sometimes, especially out there.
mm.
Um because like
But everything's fake out there though.
yeah,
Like
yeah, but like a lot of people
not everything,
if you
but
go out there if you go out there with the mindset and the just the knowledge that somebody's going to try to finesse you or somebody's going to try to be fake to you just to get something out of you, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's going to happen, you know what I mean? And it's like you got to have that you got to know that that's going to happen before it happens and then you'll be able to see it.
Yep. Gotta stay on your pivot, bro. Like that
Mhm.
shit is real.
Definitely, definitely.
How many times a year, like, would you say, like, you go out to LA, like, three, four
Uh
times? Or, like,
probably like last year I probably went like 6 7 times.
damn, I feel that.
This year I've only been there once so far. But yeah, like I said I'm trying to go back out there every month
Would you, I mean, like, are
just to
you,
keep building.
I feel it, like, are you trying to move out to Cali, like, or, like,
I
LA
would, but
type
it's
shit?
really expensive.
Dumb expensive, bro.
Mhm.
But you
Yeah,
coming
like
from out
the
here,
deal that
bro.
I have for where I live is like I wouldn't want to leave that to
That's
go
what I'm
pay
saying, bro.
3,000 a
Like,
month for an apartment.
I
You know
know
what
it
I
ain't
mean?
the fucking, like, it's not the Ritz Carlton up here, bro, but I get a
Mhm.
pretty good price, man. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to not trying to rock the boat, bro. You
Exactly,
feel me? Like
exactly.
I'm chilling, you
Hmm.
know. But so like, what would you say like are some of like the key experiences for you? Just like initially, let's just say like entering the industry on like a more career driven note. Just like because like you've always been like managing like like the homie Stone. Like that's kind of like it's not an official like corporate music industry like setting type shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like what are some of the key experiences like when you were initially going, in for the A&R kind of career path that you would say are
Um,
kind of built you or were key?
See, like I probably spent like a few months applying to like major labels and stuff, like
Okay.
with my management resume, my digital marketing resume, applying to A&R jobs. So it was like I wasn't hearing anything back unless literally unless it was an email telling me
Just
that
no, nigga.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, just telling me no.
yeah, yeah,
Then it was just like no answer back. So
yeah.
I just kind of realized that I was gonna have to start with independent labels and stuff.
I feel that.
And but I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely been a lot of learning, a lot of experience. Like I got to learn how labels really operate, uh
Yeah, man.
different
I
contracts
was.
and types of contracts and different types of deals.
Oh shit. What do you think is the worst contract you've seen?
Man.
And don't got to go into too crazy details. You feel me? But like,
Yeah. So an artist got a deal offer from an independent label. It was a Pittsburgh artist, and uh they showed me the contract, and it was basically a 360 deal with
mm.
an independent label.
So what's the 360 deal? Just for people who don't know what that is.
So a 360 deal, the label can literally have a hand in every uh, revenue stream that you have, and
That way, because that sentence alone is crazy.
whatever percentage is up to them. That's yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's
Son.
that's why 360 deals
Holy
are really not.
shit. Wait, so every revenue stream ever. So like or is it like just like as it pertains to like whatever project is in the contract?
For those projects, say if they're signed for 5 albums,
Mhm.
every revenue stream for those
That's
5 albums,
crazy, bro. Who the fuck even
touring,
came up with
merch,
that deal? Like,
sales, uh, what is it, sponsors,
yeah,
everything, like
like just every aspect and like the percentage is up to the label.
basically, yeah.
What like but like
Because
like who
because
came up
artists
with
a
that?
lot
Like
a lot of artists that signed 360 deals, especially back in the day, they really went into it with no leverage.
right.
But now, I mean, now 360 deals are there. I mean, I'm starting to see a lot less artists signed to 360 deals these days, because it's a lot more artists building
Their
themselves.
own,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like to the point where the label has to offer them a partnership, or they're not going to take it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Shout out to that man, cause
Yeah.
that's. But now, like, there's really like a lot of truth to that, and just like kind of obviously just speaking specifically on hip hop, bro. Like these are people, again, cause like the origins, excuse me, of hip hop are stories from the streets. Like it's a culture. It's not really like even like a genre of music. Like it started as a culture. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So like when like you're first getting on and obviously like like before it got mainstream, like if you got someone saying like, hey, I can give you X amount of exposure, you know what I mean, this amount of money up front, someone who's coming from nothing or like close to nothing see like
Mm-hmm.
maybe 20 30K up front, and it's like fuck, like, this is low-key kind of life-changing for me. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
take that, sign my name, and go on my merry way.
Uh huh.
20 25 years later, a documentary come out, he's supposed to be fucking up 200 300 400 mil.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
like he just signed a fucked up dude like when he was 22 21 trying to get, you feel me?
Exactly.
So like that shit is fucked up, bro. Like especially in the early days of that shit, man. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that shit is
Definitely.
crazy.
Um. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like I just kind of learned a lot about like the 360 deal thing from just watching it happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because a lot of, especially with the first time I really heard of it was actually whenever Lupe with
Mm.
that Lasers album. Because he
Yeah.
was trying to drop that, he was trying to get Atlantic to drop that album for
Damn, I
years,
don't
and
even
they
think I
they
heard
just
of this.
yeah. So there was like a huge it was like a campaign for Atlantic to drop, to like there was people outside of Atlantic Records in New York City protesting for them to drop Lupe's album,
Fuck.
because yeah, because it was like it was the album that he wanted to drop, but they didn't want to drop it because they felt like it wouldn't perform well commercially. But
Lasers
they
was
dropped it.
fire. They're
They
bugging.
dropped it.
Yeah,
They dropped it, and that album went crazy.
that all was
It had that
crazy.
had
The
that
show
had the
goes
show
on.
goes on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it had the show
facts.
goes on. It had what else? It had a few other real big songs on it, and it's like that was it's like it really came to that. Like his
That's
fans had to
crazy.
protest outside the label
That's
office.
crazy, bro.
Swear.
Do you think the industry is like moving away from that, or like do you think they're just still getting their shit off as that goes? Like,
I mean, some are definitely still doing that. But a lot. I mean, especially whenever artists are like building themselves to the point, yeah, like building themselves and building their fan base to the point where they're making a lot of money off of their music and they don't need a label, but the label can approach them and offer them a partnership to make more money, but they don't like it's basically like a 50-50 deal. You know what I mean? It's not like
yeah,
it's not like the label doesn't own their masters, doesn't own their publishing.
okay,
You know what I mean? So it's like literally they just distribute it. That's basically what it is. It's they just distribute it for them.
yeah. You think that like I don't know, like the labels are just kind of more reluctant to offer out partnerships rather than just like contracts with someone that they're trying to bring onto a label.
Yeah. They definitely are like they're not pushing for
Partnerships,
partnerships.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not pushing for partnerships, but like say when you have somebody
Mm-hmm.
like Russ, they had to offer Russ a partnership. 'Cause
Got to, yeah, nah.
he wasn't taking
That
no,
nigga Russ
no
not
deal.
taking no. But I mean, like just like from
No
like
regular
the
deal, he
interviews I've
wasn't
seen,
taking that.
yeah, like he don't even seem like the type of dude to like.
Mhm.
It felt like cause like he was just in the game for so long prior to even like just like independently. He was already hip to like the type of game that people like would try to, as
Yeah.
far as like the labels go, would try to
Yeah, bro.
finesse him with.
See,
You
like
feel me?
I saw a video it was like maybe like a year or two ago, but it was of Russ performing at like a small venue show in
Mhm.
2014. And it was like, bro, there was nobody was singing the lyrics. There was maybe 40 people in the crowd, and it's just like, bro, like it's so crazy. You could go from that to being a star within what year did he really blow up? Like 2017, I think.
2016 probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that was
3 years just
I ain't even
became
gonna
that.
lie, man. Like I fucked up, bro, cause like there was a concert at my school, man, and Bryson Tiller came, and like
Mhm.
this was when this was like pretty much fresh off Trap Soul dropping.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that nigga he probably could have sold out Beaver Stadium for real. Like yeah, but like I don't think I went to Penn State, so like that's why like I say Beaver Stadium, but like
Yeah.
it was. I forgot where the concert was, but like I said to say, bro, Russ was opening up for cuz, bro, and like I didn't
That's
go.
crazy.
Bro, Russ and Bryson Tillerson, like I fucked up, man. Like I didn't go to that shit, bro.
That's
but
wild.
like, bro,
That would have been
stupid,
yeah,
bro. Like
that was a point where cuz Trap Soul was that what was that like 2015? Yeah, bro, that's like
bro. You
that's
feel me? Like, and it was even like a year after, like you're talking about, like Russ when like he like posted that video.
yeah.
So like it was probably like kind of like in like the beginning of Russ's
Yeah.
traction too.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? And
That's
like,
wild.
yeah, bro, I fucked up, man. Oh, bro, you were there.
That's crazy.
That joint was a vibe though, right? Like, yeah, bro.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
That's crazy.
No, that's crazy. Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy. Like,
Uh-huh.
and now, bro, you know what I mean? Like, Russ got fans, bro. Like,
Facts.
like
Facts.
like they and like Russ's fans, like stick up for that nigga for sure.
Yeah,
So like, he
yeah,
got like a
real
good
shit.
fan base, man. But
Definitely.
I mean, like you
definitely.
kind of mentioned it earlier, but like you said, like when you kind of like got to the industry and like was working with these independent labels and stuff kind of like took you aback. Like, was that so? Like, would you say like that's pretty much the like the bar almost? Like, did the industry work the way you visualized the work, and once you like kind of was initially there, or did a lot of things take you aback and you had to adapt and kind of like be like, okay, like this is how that works. Like, all right, like
I mean, I knew it was gonna be. I had an idea. I definitely had an idea of
Okay.
of that. I mean, just because you hear it all the time, like the music industry is kind of cutthroat. But
entertainment in general,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
definitely,
it's
definitely.
a tough racket, man.
And up until then, like the most experience that I've had with it was in Pittsburgh or like other cities that we've performed in
Mhm.
or had shows in. so it's like when I did, it definitely did like kind of take me aback a little bit, but it was I feel like I was prepared enough for it, honestly.
Damn. So like you think just like Magic
Certain
Stoney
things
and like
certain
yeah,
things were really certain things were really weird to me,
like
but
what that kind of took you off guard a little bit.
man, just the way people, whenever they feel like they can get something out of you, or like you can do something for them,
Yeah,
uh
it gets nasty.
they'll treat you like you're their best friend, and then whenever they feel like you can't do anything for them, you gone. You
Damn,
know what I
yeah,
mean? they
facts,
don't they
bro.
don't they don't fuck with you.
Just
You
as
know, so
quick,
it's like,
bro.
yeah,
Just as
exactly.
quick, man.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. So like, were you? Because like it sounded like that kind of like we're just like you're like what the fuck? Like, did you think like you were kind of a little bit more naive than you are now as far as like like this person seems like they want to make a genuine connection and like
Yeah,
build
definitely,
their
definitely.
like
I mean, I feel like I've always kind of I used to give people more of a chance. Like I
hey
can
bro, nice to
I feel
meet
like
you,
I'm
gay. What's so nice to meet you,
yeah.
Kai. Bro, that's me,
I
bro.
used to
Cause
give
like
people more of a chance.
that's a
Now
fact.
it's like you fuck that chance up once. No.
It's done,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, listen, man. Like, I just try to make it like I know the team I play for, bro. I know the team I play for, like, and like I know what we want in
Uh-huh.
the franchise and the organization. Like, I know. So anything that's not even I'm not fucking with it, bro, at all.
Uh-huh.
Straight up. Where it's like initially, like I may have had more patience in like this
Yeah.
area or that area, or like fuck all that, man, bro. Like you
Mhm.
said, it's cutthroat.
Yeah.
We gotta play the game in this bitch, bro.
Uh-huh.
Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Like it's
Yeah.
do or die. That's what I've realized, man.
Yeah,
If you
definitely.
not at the team,
Definitely.
get the fuck out the way, bro. Like,
Facts.
th-
Facts.
do you feel like you kind of built that more up like recently, or like did that like lesson kind of like take a long to like kind of set in for you?
I would say the past
Like
yeah,
year and some
I'd say the
change,
past
yeah.
like year and a half, honestly, cuz it's like um yeah, I just kind of like have more confidence in myself now, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
And
fuck
it's
yeah.
and it's just like I don't if I see that, if I feel like somebody's trying to play me, I'm not.
You're already in tune
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
energy,
yeah,
yeah.
like I just remove myself from the situation, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like the past year and a half especially, I've been protecting my peace a lot
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
You know, so it's like I don't entertain people's bullshit as much as I
You
used to.
got to, man, bro.
Uh-huh.
Especially like in this industry specifically, bro. You got to, man.
Uh-huh.
Like this shit could really fuck you up, man. Like
Yeah.
it really can. Like this shit is not a joke. Like I feel like people who may not have like a real true idea, like may not be in tune to like just like what really goes on in pursuing a career in entertainment, music, acting, whatever, bro. It's like
Yeah.
this shit could really break you the fuck down, man.
Yep.
And really like introduce
Yeah.
and like really introduce you
It'll
to
teach
yourself.
it'll teach you who you are. It really
Real
will.
shit,
It
man.
really
Like
will. Cause it's like whenever the one of those situations, like say if a situation happens and you might think your career is like over, how you handle that situation, how you come back from that situation, is that's how you learn yourself. That's how you learn
real
how
shit.
strong you are, as far as like your willpower to keep pushing for what you want. You know what I mean?
And I was even gonna say, bro, it could even work the opposite, where like you think, all right, bro, this is the shit that's gonna like this is the joint, boom, right here, and then that joint don't even like do what you think is gonna do, or like it's dope by like all means, but it's just like it's not necessarily like the vehicle to get you where you want to go. And it's like, damn, I put this amount of time, this emotion, like I was just getting so much shit off that like
Mm-hmm.
like you feel people may resonate with again in any area, man, acting, music, whatever you're doing, and like it just doesn't really take off like in like the way you thought it would, and it's like kind of getting back from there, bro. Like, have you ever had moments like that where it's like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
like,
definitely,
yeah,
definitely. I've had a lot of moments like that, but it's like that's what I'm saying. I really just kind of always saw this type of thing as what I wanted to do.
what kept you pushing, like just
Uh, man, just really coming from nothing.
mm,
That's what really pushed me. Definitely.
just coming out with a different type of hunger type shit,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely, definitely.
nah,
Just like just really wanting to better my life, better future generations of my family, better like I mean honestly, bro, whenever I can buy my mom a house, that's whenever I'll know that I made it.
Word.
Yeah.
No, I feel like
Uh-huh.
that's really the goal for like a lot of dudes, man. Gotta put moms on, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Moms held it the
Facts.
fuck down. So when did your own label come into play with all this?
So last fall, I decided to start my own label because uh I don't know,
Blueprint,
I
right?
wasn't, what'd you say?
Blueprint Records?
Blueprint Music, yep.
Music. Okay,
Yeah.
word. Yeah, got you.
Yeah. So I started that. I got the LLC last fall. I didn't.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, and then I had the label launch party in December, and I kind of just spent the time since then just getting things together for it, trying to line up like label services and distribution and stuff. Uh, a few days ago, I actually did something with Create Music Group, so we have label services and distribution through them now. We have like marketing support. They can they can do like advances and stuff like that. So like
Oh
it's like,
shit!
yeah, it's dope. I
Damn.
already had distribution through through Sony AWOL. That's, I mean, it's just distribution. There wasn't like label services or any other support offered, but the Create Music Group thing I'm really excited about, just because all the things that they offer. Um, and yeah, now so we're about to drop JKJ's album on Blueprint Music. That's gonna be the first release.
Mm-hmm. Dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Like you said, like it came up pretty much with like the last like year and so like some change. So like,
Yeah.
how's that getting off? Like so, like at what point like you're an A&R for Sony, like you're working with these different labels. When did you realize or like kind of like have the gears turn of like I want to open my own label? Like
I mean, I had the idea, I would say in like 2020, 29, I would say 2020 for real.
okay,
Just because like I started working for labels and I just noticed a lot of things that I would do different. I started,
mm,
yeah.
what would you say? So what those are like?
See, like
Drop a jewel on us, like
independent labels, the ones that I've worked for, they're really slow with releasing things. Uh, it's always like a
that's
big
crazy,
process. It's
but
always like
yeah,
a big process, and like it, I mean it is a process, but it's like I don't like. There's been times where like we've had to wait 3 months, 4 months, 5 months just to drop a single for an artist,
fuck that, bro.
just because they said they needed their website done first. Uh they needed all this other shit first, and it's just like
It's
it's
too much shit
yeah, it's
before
like
we
it's
get
like
to.
there's do you know how many songs drop per day? Like how many millions of
That's what I'm
songs
saying,
drop per
bro.
day?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and like you're combating that every day,
Exactly. Exactly.
every day, bro. Like,
And it's like it's like there's you really don't, just from my experience, like now just getting like just doing just like setting up my first release with Create Music Group, is you really only need like 1 month to line up like playlisting, blogs,
that's a
all
fact.
of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you
for
really only
real.
need 1 month to line everything up. So
Real.
it's like,
I mean, bro. Like we did that for the homies on, bro. Like we literally just like kind of took a month
yeah.
and just like was like marketing, like fucking just doing all that shit for the album, bro. Like
Mhm.
just like recording like different shit and the videos and that took about a month of September. Like it didn't take no three. Like if you have like people that are dedicated to doing that shit for that, bro, it don't take no fucking 3 4. Depending on the project, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
definitely.
some are
But it's
grandiose.
like it's more just like say like if an artist is trying to drop a single, just one song,
Yeah.
it shouldn't take 4 or 5 months just for them to be able to release
No, that's
that
crazy.
one
Yeah, that's
just that
crazy.
one song, their
That's
first
crazy.
release on that label. You know what I mean? So that's one reason that, sorry.
No, that's right.
That's one reason that I started my label, is
Yeah.
because like I feel like it shouldn't be such a hassle for them to release. And I understand like sometimes it is like a hold up with like samples and stuff like that.
That I get. I
Yeah,
understand
but
that.
there like so like whenever I was like one label, I'm not gonna say which label, but
Yeah, facts.
one label that I worked with, it was just like they were like, okay, this artist needs their website first before they release. They need uh
They need blue socks and a white hat.
Yeah,
So,
like it's like it was just
like,
it was just
that
random.
shit
It was
is
just
stupid,
random.
bro.
It was
Like,
just like it was like jumping through hoops just to get them to release one song.
yeah, that's
And I
crazy.
feel like it shouldn't be that hard to release one song.
Nah, bro, I
You
agree
know what I
with you, bro.
mean?
Like, it's a song. Like, it's not even like a whole project. Like, 4 or 5
Mhm.
months for that is wild. Like,
And it's like in that 4 or 5 months, you could have released that song, put marketing behind it, made it a hit
literally, yeah.
in 4 or 5 months.
That's real shit, man.
Uh-huh.
Real shit. So, nah, man, bro, I 1000% agree with you, man. And it's just like, so you wanted to pretty much like kind of cut out all the bullshit and.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, nah, man. I mean,
And
'cause,
also just because there's not a lot of opportunities for artists in Pittsburgh.
yeah, nah, real shit. I mean, we definitely talk about that damn near every guest we have type
Mhm.
shit. Like, you know, who's in that lane. But I mean, if you giving out advances, bro, I'm gonna start writing some shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna send it to you. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna see what's up with
definitely.
that advance. You feel me? Because niggas, I love an advance. Shit,
I hear
nah,
that.
man, nah. But like, it's like, what would you say? Yeah, I mean, we're kind of like, you know, wrap it up here soon. Like, what would you
Cool.
say is your dopest moment like so far? It got to be some dope shit, bro. Like LA vibes,
Man, LA. So like, I'll say on tour. I'll say going on tour in 2019. Stoney opened for Asian Doll, and it was actually
Oh,
Asian
shit.
Doll's first headlining tour,
that's
and
crazy.
Stoney got to open for her the whole tour.
Wow.
And it was dope. She, bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like Asian Doll, she's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like she brought us to her after parties. Like she
seemed cool. Like,
yeah,
the shit
like
I've
she
seen
kicked
her in,
it.
bro.
She
Like,
kicked it with us. Like, you know what I mean? She's super chill.
Yeah.
She's super chill. And going on that tour, we learned just so much. And there was just so many crazy situations that happened on that tour. And like it's just a story now.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
that's dope. Opening up for Asian Doll in her first
headlining tour. She did a tour.
That's crazy.
She did a tour, I guess, the year before that with Bad Baby. Whenever they had that High Bitch remix.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
And that was in
her,
LA.
that was. What'd you say?
That was in LA when Stoney opened up for Asian Doll.
It was all over the country.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. It was a 31 city tour.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
That's fire.
Yeah. We were on the road for a little over a month.
Yeah. How's been on the road like?
Bro, it's like that's another time when you'll really learn yourself, honestly, because it's like we had
city to city, no shower. That's
bro.
crazy.
It's like so we were in we tried to get a Sprinter van for the tour, but we couldn't get one because I don't think anybody had a credit card at the time.
I feel bro.
We just had a little minivan.
Yeah,
it was a Dodge Caravan, and we have 5 of us in there, but all of our stuff was packed in that bitch.
To the gills in
yeah,
that bitch,
bro.
bro. Can't
ceiling.
even back up in that bitch, bro.
There was, bro. You couldn't.
That's
there was no seeing out the back, out the rear view, bro.
God, bro.
But it was packed up. Plus, we had all of our merch and stuff, like shirts that we were selling and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, facts, yeah.
And then just driving, man, that was like we would do like 4-hour driving shifts, like each of us. Driving through the Southern Rocky Mountains to our first stop, and it was Mesa, Arizona. It was a 36-hour drive. I was the last person to drive before we got to Arizona.
Yeah.
And we start as soon as I took the driver's seat, that was going into the mountains.
Damn.
So it was literally a 4-hour drive in nothing but darkness, bro. A fucking elk, or no, it was a moose. It was a fucking moose popped out on the side of the road, scared the shit out of me.
Damn, they gave niggas the mountain drive, bro. That's fucked up.
I couldn't see a damn thing for about 4 hours.
Damn,
I was
bro.
just driving. Like it was no
bro, you should have been like, fucking rode the moose to that bitch. Fucking like,
yeah,
yo, man, yo, give me this. Yo, that's crazy as hell. A whole moose?
Mm-hmm.
Cool,
bro, that
man.
shit, that popped out the side of the road. It scared the shit out of me. And that was as soon as I took the wheel too. I was like, what? What are we getting into?
Yeah,
over
fuck
here?
it. We flying next time. Fuck this shit, bro. Nah, so
we
like,
almost. I think at first we were about to fly to LA and then just rent something in LA and drive to Arizona that way. But we drove 36 hours straight.
Shit, 36 is a fucking mad
no
one,
stopping besides to get food or rest stops. You know what I mean?
That's a madness.
Yeah, that was crazy.
One last question for you, bro.
For sure.
So like in your experience, right? And like, you know, I know like you've worked like Stony Close and like you definitely people on your label and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
what would you say like in your experience like do you think holds artists back when they want to pursue a career in music or like in the industry?
Um, Honestly, lack of knowledge on branding and really how to get their stuff in front of audiences. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Lack of knowledge on marketing and stuff. Um, so that's, I mean, it's important to I mean, if you don't know that stuff yourself, uh, find somebody that does.
Hmm.
Uh, or find like, I mean, there's so many like different marketing companies you could find that are super legit. On just by searching Google. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would just say like lack of knowledge on branding and marketing and stuff like that. So if they don't know that, I feel like artists should work with somebody who does know things like that. Um, it's like ads, like YouTube ads do a lot. Um, Spotify placements are huge. You know
Yeah.
what I
For
mean? A
sure.
lot of a lot of artists don't know that you can like say if I know a lot of artists that distribute through like DistroKid or like United Masters, you can submit through through those through your accounts on those platforms to Spotify playlists, to like the official playlist. And you can also do that on the Spotify for Artists app on your phone
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
or on the computer, whatever is preferable. But
Yeah, no, I've seen like the Spotify artist. I mean, like just like from shit like he's shown me.
yeah,
I think like that's probably like the most like artist friendly streaming service. Like,
Spotify, yeah,
yeah, man, like they're
definitely.
doing like such a
Spotify,
good
Apple
job.
Music are the. I mean, they're definitely the top two, and they're the most artist friendly for sure.
Dope.
Another one that's kind of slept on is Audio Mac. Audio Mac is super artist friendly,
Hmm.
but they're not one of the more popular streaming platforms.
Yeah,
But they have their own charts, own everything.
dope.
Definitely.
Shit, bro. Well, yo, Mike, thank you for coming out, bro. It was dope talking to you,
Thanks
man.
for
Like,
having me.
tell the people where they could like find you on IG.
You can find me on Instagram, spike.campion. That's spelled Campion spelled Campeon. Uh, TikTok is Spike Campion without the dot in the middle. Um,
About
you
the
can
IG for the label.
Blueprint
Yep.
Music, BLUPRNT dot music on Instagram. Um, I'm actually gonna make the Twitter account soon, so that's gonna be the same on Twitter and everything else. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Look out for that Twitter, bro. Episode 53, man. Mike Neal in the fucking building, man. Toby King, man. And we're out this bitch, man. Peace, bro.